Yo, what the fuck is up, YouTube? It's Ethan here. This is everything I got in the past 5 to 7 labs raids. Stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to give you guys a little walkthrough of labs. I'm going to show you guys every spot you should be hitting, spots people miss, and spots you should avoid like the plague. These are all the cards I use right here at the bottom. And if the video does help you guys at all, please consider leaving a like and commenting down below. And without further ado, let's see how much this all sold for. How much should we get? Oh yeah, not bad. Alright guys, well in about 5 to 7 labs raids, I got 10 mil. And let's move on to the guide. I'm going to show you guys how to run labs now. Alrighty guys, we are in labs. Real quick, these are all the keys we're going to be using. We got weapon testing, we got arsenal for red, we got green, black, violet, red, yellow. And then up top, these are cards I don't recommend you get, but I will be covering in the video. We got managers, which can be good, but you're probably going to die from raiders. Not worth it unless you get a dead lobby. We got blue card, which is really bad. And then we got this quest item key card. It used to be good. Now it's dog shit. And here we go. Over here, you got under red. You got some filing cabinets there. They can be good. You can get some decent items like bolts, that type of thing. You got your safe here. You got a jacket. Definitely highly recommend you guys loot under red right here. Now coming up, we're going to be entering red and violet. Always want to clear this, make sure no one's camping. I'm in an offline raid, but you know how it goes. We got red right here. Kind of mid, worth it key. Open this, don't close it or else you get locked in. You could trap people in here, it's kind of funny. You got a bunch of ammo on this shelf right here. You got a valuable right here, Bitcoin. You can get available here. And you always want to check on the table and ground right here. A lot of people don't check right here. Make sure you're checking that. You can get weapons here. More ammo right here. Bunch of weapon attachments over here. Inside here, we have arsenal. We're going to be opening this. Now, inside arsenal, you can get med spawns. You can get weapon attachments. And you always want to check the top shelf right here. You can get valuables like Bitcoin. I'm going to open this filing cabinet right here, and you can go ahead and mantle it. I'm going to try that again. Try this second one up. As you can see, I'm mantling up, and I can visibly check the top of the shelf. I like to go up and see if there's a white dot up there. You'll be able to see if there's anything up there from that. Also check the floor. You can get a valuable right there as well. Exiting red, we have violet right here. Violet is the best key card in the game, in my opinion. Lots of valuables and such. You want to check the shelf here on the ground, on the filing cabinet. Tons of stuff. You can get Bitcoins, that type of thing. You get a valuable right down there. Ton of weapon attachments, some pretty decent things. If you're having trouble looting stuff, try leaning. Leaning and like moving back and forth. That's what's going to get you that. You want to check the ground over here on the chair and on the desk. You want to be careful because stuff can phase through the keyboard or the book and you can't visibly see it. So make sure you're looking for that white dot. And you can get some more weapon attachments over here. Always check these crates. I got a red rebel out of one time. It was actually this crate right here. They hit the PCs. Oh, dude. Make sure you're looting these. These are really good. In here, you can get a valuable right here in the corner. You can also get something on the shelf. To loot this, I recommend you go crouch and you lean. You can pick it up without having to close that door again. Exiting out of violet, we have some computers. You got a bunch over here. And then you always want to check right here for green card. Now, leaving this room, also you want to check right here. You can get stims and such right there. Exiting this room, we have cafeteria. Cafeteria has a yellow card right here that can spawn. Now we're going to be moving over to cat. Cat's a really risky but high reward spot. You want to look over here for valuables. On here you can get intel, also more valuables. And I don't see anyone covering this in videos. You want to check these back, I don't know, shelves, I guess you can call them. You can get LEDX on them. I got them before. Nobody ever checks that shit. Coming over here, we have blue office. Blue office is super nice. When you come in, you want to make sure you're clearing. People can mantle up there, so you want to check that. Then you want to swing, check the corner. And you want to be very cautious of people just camping. Other than that, you got this jacket right here, suitcase and spawn. Always check these jackets, guys, especially ones that are, you know, behind cover and such. You can get, I've gotten good ones like dorm marquee and such, so make sure you're checking that. You got a bunch of computers in this room. Make sure you're checking those. You got a red bag here. You got a PC over here, though. Check these filing cabinets. You never know what you'll get. You got a valuable spawn right here on the shelf. Always check the ground right here. I have gone into this room before with 3 bodies in it, and nobody looted the LEDX. It kind of hides in the like black gray carpet right here, but make sure you're checking right here. You got a suitcase. Easy place for food if you're dying of hunger. And as you can see, pull the food item right there. Always check these shelves, even if you don't see anything. Look for that white dot. Stuff can phase through there like Bitcoin that you can't visibly see. Over here on the table, as you can see, we got another valuable spawn right there. So this is a really good room. Highly recommend you come and loot this. Now we're going to be moving over here to parking. Opening parking office. We got a valuable right there. Come over here. This is where you're going to open the gates. This is an extract. Raiders can spawn there. They can really spawn anywhere on the map. You can get them in the basement, first story, second. Always be careful. You never know where they're going to spawn. Check these chairs. And there's some weapon attachments up on this table as well. Make sure you're getting that. And that computer right there. You also got some filing cabinets. Pretty good stuff. Now, before we go loot yellow over there, we're going to be coming down here into actual parking. Got a toolbox. May as well loot that if you can. If you have time. We're running over here to the red card. This is a valuable spawn right here. As you can see, a little bitty right there. Various stuff can spawn around here, like duffel bags. If you're like trying to top off on loot. Little crate over there. Pretty good stuff. Never know what you get from a duffel bag. Got another one there, a little bit more risky. This is yellow card. We're going to be opening this. This is one of the better cards. Probably not as good as, you know, like violet, but as you can see, LEDX. And I'm going to tell you right now, make sure you're checking this and make sure you're checking this. Nobody will ever loot that. I don't know why. People just don't know about it. This corner, this chair. Just remember that, please. Thank you. Now you want to make sure you're checking these chairs. And as you can see, there's various weapon attachments that you can get. These are good items. Make sure you're picking this stuff up. You got a computer right there. Now inside of here, people don't really ever cover this either in videos. You get a stim right here or any type of med spawn. Then you can see there's 2 valuables right here. As we talked about with red card, you can go ahead and lean and pick that up instead of having to close that door. Filing cabinets, may as well check that. You never know what you'll get. So that is pretty much that half of the map. Real quick before we go run over to the other second half of the map, we got a gym over here. This little gym like workout area. There's like 2 duffel bags and a weapon crate. Pretty good spot to top off on loot. And may as well go over here and show you. There's also a suitcase over here that can spawn. If you're ever looking for food on labs, really good spot. Come over here and there's the suitcase. Also you can get Bitcoin and such. So obviously you want to make sure you're checking that. Duffel bag. Here, you always want to check the corners of these. This is where stuff spawns most of the time. And right over here, for call out purposes, this is lecture hall. Nothing really good spawns in here, but it's a good call out to know. Right here, you want to check for a tech spawn. And that is the first half of the map. Oh, make sure you're looting all that stuff. Now, moving over here, this is the main part of the map where you're going to find a lot of gunfights and such. Other than red and violet, you get a lot of fights. This is weapon testing right here. This is going to be the first place we loot. Over here is Hangar for call-out purposes, and that server over there, up there. So we're going to be opening weapon testing.
Oh, no, I forgot my key, man. What's in there? No!
What's in there? There's still LEDX in there?
Yeah!
Super good key for the price, especially. In here, we got valuables. There we go. That's a $250,000 right there. You got a figurine. This has a ton of weapon attachments, usually really good ones as well. Scope, bang. Tons of good ammo spawn in here as well. Make sure you're looting that up. You got a spear spawn right here. You can also get like M4 and I believe an HK in there. Then obviously we got some weapon crates if you're trying to top off on loot. Now we're going over here to the intel tent. We got a valuable right here. And we got one right here in the stacks of papers. You can't always see the item right here. Make sure you're hovering for that white dot to see if something's there. You can get Bitcoin and such. You got 4 computers here. 2 right here. 2 right here. This is called Streamer Gate right here. This used to be a really popular spot. I don't really see anyone looting this anymore, but for call out purposes, this is Streamer Gate. Up there is server. That's Hangar again. We're going to go check out Hangar. Now, coming over here, we get like a toolbox spawn right there. Over here, we get a decent spawn right here. You get like sewing kits, that type of thing right there on that box. This actually loops around a server, that little corridor over there. You can also get raiders in there, be careful. You get some decent valuables right here. Make sure you're checking that. Tons of attachments and stuff right here, as well as ammo. Over here, we have a valuable spawn in the corner. Make sure you're checking that. Right here is where we call in Hangar raiders. It's also an extract, so if you open this, the door is open. Go ahead and loot that. The raiders don't necessarily spawn in there, but they can. They might spawn anywhere else on the map. Now you want to check this shelf over here, and then you want to check all these filing cabinets. Really good spot for loot. It's very secure as well. You just want to be careful of nades. Then you have a computer right there. Make sure you're checking that out for the GPUs. More attached inside here. Pretty risky spot though. Don't really recommend you loot that. Server is really just a, like a PvP spot. People go through here a lot. It's a high traffic area. Over here we have the server office. You can get food items right here if you need food on labs. You got a weapon crate and various PCs right here. I'll make sure you're checking these couches, or these chairs rather. Something can spawn on the table right here, like weapon attachments, if you want to check that out. You got more weapon attachments over here. And you got a jacket. Make sure you're checking that out. Down there, you can get raiders and stuff, so you want to be careful. That loops around a hangar. And real quick, before we come out of server, there is a hole over here towards the extract. I'm not going to cover the extracts in this video. I'm going to go over all the loot, really. So just want to point this out, that this is there. You want to be careful of that. Now, coming out of server, we're going to be coming over here. Nobody ever checks this room, and it has some really good spawns. So people call this janitor closet. You come in here and you check these shelves. You can get food, and you can get stuff like gold chains, that type of thing. I don't know if anything can ever spawn up here, but I like to check. You never know. All right, coming out of here, we have black. You can go in through that way or this way. That door always spawns open. If you see one of these open, you got someone in here. Be careful. These are shoot through. You can shoot through these. Not bulletproof. Opening black now. You can open it from either end. I recommend you do it from this end, but really doesn't matter. If you ever see a door open, it means it's hit. Coming in here, we just have stims all over the place pretty much, but I'm going to point out and aim in to all the spots that I recommend you look at. Got chairs. Obviously, you can see these ones that spawned in. Check every single chair. You want to check every nook and cranny of the spot, even this corner right here. Check on top of here. All over the floor, including over here. As you can see, we got stims on the chairs. Check over here, all over the corner. You can get one on the bed here, one below it. Coming into here, you can get it on this side of the bed, and you can get stims on this side or on top. A lot of LEDX spawn in here, so make sure you're checking this out. Black is up there on the good cards list. If we take a look, I would say the best ones are yellow, green, black, and violet. Red is pretty good, but it can be hit or miss, especially for the price. Blue, obviously, don't recommend you really get it. Speaking of blue, we're going to be running over there right now. Blue's on this corner of the map. Very high traffic spot. Be very careful. You can go in here. There's some stims all over. You can check the shelves and tables. Really not going to cover that right now, though. Over here, you want to check for stims all around. Right here, you can get green card. Checking for stims. No luck. We're going to be trying blue room. Highly recommend you do not buy this card. This card sucks. At worst, I got literally nothing before. One time I got just a splint, a regular splint, not even an alu. And my best run, I think I got 4 stims. So really not worth the price at all. You want to check on the tables, check on the chairs and such. You can open this door. Oh, look, we got a stim. Lucky day. Make sure you're checking over here. It's out of the way, but you never know. Check on top of all these beds. Make sure you're coming around to check here. And so far, we are at 1 stim. Really not looking good. Checking here. No leady. Checking the tables, tops. Any clearing? Oh, what do we have here? Oh, I actually didn't know about the spawn. What do you know? So make sure you're checking these, I guess. You got a chair, nothing. Checking the floors, absolutely nothing. Coming over here, we have another stim, a bag. And yeah, it looks like 3 stims for blue. Really not good at all. Of course, black can be bad. Black card, you can get like 2, 3 stims at worst. But at best, you're getting a full injector case. So coming over here, we're heading towards dark office up there. This is a really popular camping spot. People will camp to the very end and then go loot. If you're that type of player, there you go. These are the dark offices up here. These are covered by glass, so you have to break it and make noise, and practically the entire map's going to hear you, so good luck with this. But valuable spawn right here. Get GPUs, Bitcoins, that type of thing. Right here, we got another valuable spawn. Make sure you're checking that. Even if you don't see anything visibly, you can get Bitcoins in there that you can't see. We got a lot of computers in this room. Got a weapon crate. Not really worried about that. We got more computers. I always check this red bag. You never know. Over here, we have a safe with a valuable spawn on top. Got some filing cabinets. A lot of computers in this room. Make sure you're checking these shelves and this table right here. Look, we got Santa Claus. Pretty cool, pretty cool. We got a lot of computers in this room. It's really risky because you're breaking glass to get in, but as you can see, a lot of loot, a lot of potential for GPUs and such. We got a red bag here. And always check these jackets. The last time I opened this jacket, I got RBBK, which I believe is 1.6 mil or 2.6 mil. We got another valuable spawn here. Nobody ever loots this. Make sure you're checking this spawn right here, guys. Coming out of this dark office, we're going to opposite dark office. This one's not as good, but it is good. We got a red bag spawn that can go right there. Coming in here, we have a jacket. Check these types of shelves. You can get valuables like gold chains. You got a red bag in there with a weapon crate. We got a safe right here. Make sure you're checking these shelves for valuables. Coming over here, I believe you can get one right there. Got another weapon crate. I think it's right there. You get a lot of computers in here. Make sure you're checking. And I believe there's a red bag right here that you can get. So that was dark offices. Coming out of here, I was surprised for you guys. It's a room that no one ever loots for some reason. Ooh, that hurt. In here, we have a lot of computers. I believe 5 or so. And we have some valuable spawns that people don't ever loot. Make sure you're checking right here. Valuable spawn. We got a bunch of computers. There's 1. We got 2 and 3, 4 and 5. I guess we got 6 in here in total. There's a jacket as well. Always recommend you loot those. This one's really safe to loot. You got filing cabinets. The only spot you really got to be careful of is over there. That goes towards parking. So it's a somewhat popular spot. Not really, but I'll be careful. Here you got a pool table with a weapon crate. Nothing really cool in here. You got a lot of computers though. 6 computers. Could be a GPU. Make sure you're checking that, guys. This is called Mini-Med. Mini-Med has been really dry this way, but you never know. Nobody loots this for some reason. Valuable spawn right there. We got this whole table. You got one right here. All along this table. And I think stuff can phase through the table and end up on the ground. So you want to make sure you're checking the ground as well. You get red bags that spawn here as well. Kind of risky, but it's an option. There's a weapon crate that can spawn there. Over here, you can get black card. And you can also get intel. I got a PC as well. I think there's a weapon crate that spawns right there. Make sure you're checking. Over here, I believe you can get a LEDX. I know you can get a Quest LEDX here, the red one, but I've heard you can get black ones, so I always check. It doesn't hurt to check real quick. Over here, you got a tech spawn. You also get tech spawn right here. Now, over here, you can get another tech spawn right there. This is also where you can find a yellow card. You got a bunch of computers as well. Real quick side note, highly recommend you pop a 3BTG if you're going to loot a computer area. I'm going to show you guys how quick you can loot a computer. If you're wondering why it's so quick, it gives you attention and perception, which gives you faster looting. You can hear further as well. Over here, there's a black card spawn. And you can get various stuff on the shelf right here. Also a tech item spawn right here that people never loot. So if you want free tech spawn, there you go. You can get various stuff like stims over here. There's an M4 that spawns in here, I believe. Nothing crazy. I really don't bother with this area. Now, coming over here, we have managers. This is on my list of do not buy, but just for the sake of showing you guys, this is manager. If you have a dead raid or you cleared the lobby, then you can come and loot this. Otherwise, highly recommend you just don't. Green card spawn right there. Check on that table. In here, you can get a yellow card spawn. It's going to be right here. And then over here, this is the actual manager office. As you can see, we got a valuable on the table. You want to just kind of check around this whole area. I believe stuff can fall through right here, so we want to check that. We get 2 PCs. We got filing cabinets. We got a crate. And we also get a safe right here. So this can be a really good spot to loot. But as you can see, you are fully visible from practically the entire map. So don't really recommend you come in here. The only other spot I want to show you guys is green card up here, as well as the quest item spawn. Green card, really good card, one of the best. It's up there with Violet, not quite as good as Violet in my opinion, but if you need stims, if you're doing the stim quest, this is a really good room for that. These you can shoot through, you want to be careful. Over here you can get a stim spawn right there. Now, in this whole room in general, you just want to be checking every single like tabletop. As you can see, stims will just spawn over here. You also want to check these types of shelves. This room is really good for valuables and med spawns. So we're coming through here, checking all the shelves and tabletops. I'm going to point out some high tier spawns that people just don't check. This corner being one of them. Obviously, this stands out, but if it were something like a Bitcoin, people really just don't check right there. If green's open and the lobby's cleared, whatever, I always come in here and check because people really just don't know how to loot. We're checking these chairs, and we're checking all the tabletops for meds. As you can see, there are quite a few. We got this tabletop here. Can be a weapon crate right there. You want to be checking these corners. There's a valuable spawn in these corners that people never check. One here that people check all the time on the chair. You also want to be careful if stuff falls through. As you can see, there's something right here on the ground. A lot of decent ammo that can spawn right here. Make sure you're checking that out. Checking all these shelves and tabletops and chairs. You can apparently get LEDX in these. Everyone tells me about it, but I've never personally found one. Got a bunch of stims. Checking for LEDX. Got a decent item crate right there. Now, right over here, you can get a black card spawn by this computer. Make sure you're checking that out. And that's not good. We're dying of hunger. That's never fun. Sorry about that, guys. Got a chair over here. All these tabletops. Got a valuable spawn right here. Make sure we're checking these shelves. And that is green card. And for the last part of the video, we're going to be coming over here to this key with blue marking. This is a quest room. This runs me, I think it was 1.6 mil I just bought it for a one-use item. This used to be a really good room. You can come over here a couple wipes ago and you could fill an entire injector case, but we're going to try the key card. We're going to see what we get this time. Coming into here, we're checking all the shelves and on the floors and such. This is an offline raid, so the loot tables are a little bit different. We got a jacket, checking all these shelves and the floors. As you can see, we got some stems. This is far better than what I've seen this wipe. I've opened it twice so far, and I tried opening it a couple times last wipe. Really had no luck whatsoever. Highly recommend you guys do not buy this, but wanted to show it just in case you did have it. Maybe you have the quest and you want to know where all the loot's at. There you go. But yeah, guys, that's been the video. I hope this guide helped you guys at all. And if it did, please, again, leave a like and comment if it helped you guys. And yeah, guys, I'll catch you later. Adios.